Yo, what's going on, G Squad? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Greg Clunas. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to talk to you about meditation right before you go to sleep. There have been studies to prove that meditation right before you sleep puts you in a calmer position, allows you to fall asleep faster, allows you to stay asleep longer, and just gives you a better overall sleep experience. Now, why does that work? Well, it works because it relaxes you. That deep breathing, that focus on one thing, it puts you in a state of calm. Now, that calmness transfers over to your sleep cycle. You fall asleep faster, which means you jump into your cycle longer, which means you extend the amount of time you actually slept. Now, many people, and I honestly feel like a lot of people don't realize this, many people, the reason they wake up tired in the morning is because they woke up in the middle of a sleep cycle. Your body goes through a few sleep cycles throughout the night. If you go to sleep at, let's say, 10, might take you 3 to 4 hours to go through a sleep cycle, then it restarts, you go through another sleep cycle. Let's say you do 2 per night, and I don't know the actual numbers on that, so don't crucify me if I'm wrong, but let's say you go through 2 sleep cycles per night. Most of us, when we set our alarm for 8 hours out, we're actually taking 20 to 30 minutes to start the first sleep cycle, you know, between laying down and drifting off and then getting into the sleep. We're taking 20 to 30 minutes, so you're getting about 7.5 hours of sleep. And what that's gonna do is you go through the first full sleep cycle, and that's great, but then you start the second sleep cycle, and all of a sudden, boom, alarm goes off. Now you have to wake up. You are halfway through the second sleep cycle, and that is a big problem because that's going to leave you feeling groggy. That's going to leave you with no energy. That's going to leave you feeling not refreshed. That's going to leave you tired all day. That is going to screw up so much of what you need to work with for the rest of the day. So the best way to deal with that is to just get more sleep. The way you get more sleep isn't necessarily by going to sleep earlier. The better option in my mind, the option I use, is simply to get to sleep faster. So how do you get to sleep faster? Well, you get to sleep faster by meditating before bed. That is one way of doing it, and that's the one we're going to talk about right now. Now, the method I use is fairly simple. I get ready for bed, I lay down, it's dark, the fan is on, the AC is on, it's cool. I create the best environment for me to fall asleep in. For those of you who don't use blackout curtains, I highly recommend it. These aren't perfectly blackout, but they do work extremely well for creating that pitch black feeling that you need in order to actually get to sleep faster. Then, when I'm laying in bed, it's dark, my eyes are closed, I'm laying on my back, and I just take deep breaths. Really deep breaths. Like really deep, to the point where it feels a little bit uncomfortable. Really allowing your belly and your chest to extend all the way out. And I do this for a count of 10, meaning I do it 10 times. However, you're doing this super slow, and so usually I don't make it to 10. Usually I'm asleep before I hit 10. Now, what's happening here is 2 things. The focus on the breath is calming me. Focusing on deep breaths, taking in more oxygen, is putting me in a state of relaxation. And then finally, focusing only on that, allowing my brain to turn off and just focus on the process of getting to 10, puts me into a meditative state. When you combine all of those things, you create a scenario where very quickly you can relax yourself, you can get rid of some of that anxiety you might be feeling, you can get rid of some of that excitedness you might be feeling, and before you know it, you're asleep. So should you use this? Well, to be fair, I don't know. I can't tell you what to do with your life. I do recommend trying it though, because if you've had trouble sleeping in the past, then very likely part of the problem could just be not falling asleep fast enough. And that's really what this allows you to solve. It puts you into a state of sleep faster so that you can enjoy more of those sleep cycles, which leave you feeling refreshed, leave you feeling awake, and leave you waking up with a ton of energy in the morning, just to name a few things. So with that said, what do you do when you're trying to go to sleep? Leave a comment below. I really want to know, what is your meditative practice? What is your bedtime routine? What is the thing that gets you to sleep faster so that you can wake up feeling refreshed. For me, it's the breathing. That has worked incredibly well for me. It's worked really well, I'm sure, for a lot of you that also do it. But I'm curious what your thing is. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to click that subscribe button, because when you subscribe, you're going to get a new video from me basically every day, and it's always gonna be dope stuff like this. So click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, share this video with a friend who you think doesn't sleep well enough, and I'll see you in the next one.